My sister erased me from her life to impress her boyfriend's family, so I erased her $80,000 Ivy League tuition. Now her fairy tale is over. Part 2. The next morning when the clock struck 7 a.m. I was already seated at my desk, a steaming cup of tea next to my laptop, which was open to the Columbia University login page. I entered my email and password as always. The message "Welcome back Donna C." popped up. The tuition payment section was clearly displayed. Spring term balance due $18,740, payment due in 14 days. I had stared at that message countless times, and every time I'd sigh, grab my wallet, and pay it right away. But this time my fingers weren't shaky or hesitant. I moved the cursor to the button labeled Remove Payment Method. A small pop-up appeared. Are you sure you want to remove your account information? This action cannot be undone. I stared at the screen for a few seconds, then clicked Confirm. A small ping sounded, and just like that it was over. Less than 10 minutes later my phone started vibrating. The first call was from Mom. Before I could pick up, another call came in, this time from Brittany. Both went straight to voicemail. I knew they wouldn't stop. I switched my phone to silent and got back to work. By noon I was checking the HVAC system at Quinn and Harris law offices when my phone lit up nonstop. A quick glance, 8 missed calls, 14 unread texts. I knew I should have ignored them, but then one message from Brittany made me pause. What did you just do? The school said my tuition's unpaid. Your account disappeared. Call me back now. Right after that came a message from Mom. Donna, you can't be this cruel to your sister. You know she has no one else but you. I stood frozen in the client's reception room, the clipboard in my hand suddenly cold. A chill ran down my spine, not from the AC but from the realization that in Mom's eyes I was just the only option to keep her daughter from failing. Not her daughter, not someone who'd worked her hands raw for 10 years, just a walking wallet. That afternoon as I drove home, Mom's 13th call came through. I sighed and answered. Her voice immediately burst through tense. Donna, you can't just walk away like this. Do you know how panicked Brittany is right now? I kept my hands steady on the wheel, voice calm. I know, and I think she should be panicking. Don't you think this is too harsh? Mom continued, voice cracking with anger. She's in her final year. What if she gets kicked out? I let out a short laugh. Mom, Brittany's old enough to understand the consequences of her actions. She's an adult, not a child I need to carry. You promised you'd help her until she graduated. I paused for a second. I promised to help my sister. But the Brittany you're defending today, that's not someone who sees me as family. I'm not obligated to keep enabling ingratitude.